Good morning, students. Today we are going to start a new lesson in a chemistry. The lesson is water. So water is very important in our life. Water is very important in our life. What are the activities we are doing? For each and every activities, the water is needed. For bathing, we need a water. Then for cooking purpose, for planting, everything we need a water. So water is a very essential in our life. Then we have to save water for our future also, so we should not waste the water. So without water there will be no life on the earth. So without water can we live? No, we cannot live on the earth. Then the living organisms also need water to survive. We need water for many activities, that is cooking, washing, cleaning and irrigation. Then water resources that is getting depleted nowadays because of growing demand of increasing populations and the lifestyle changes. And there is also a reduction in the supply of water, that is due to the pollution of water sources. Then climatic change that is contributing the rising of variability in rainfall. This everything we all depend on the water for living, and so every individual is responsible for the saving the water. So everyone, we are having a responsibility to save the water. Why I should save the water? Like that we should not be. So each and everyone, we are having the responsibility in our society to save the water. For rainwater we can save. Then we should not waste the water unnecessarily. That is very important. Then in first topic, what is the topic means composition. So in the composition, 3/4 of the our earth is that is filled with the water. So the water that is exists in the three states, that is solid, liquid and gas. Then water on the surface of the earth, that is mainly in oceans. In the oceans, how many percentage means 97.25 percentage. Then polar ice caps and glaciers is 2.5 percentage, and the remaining is in the lakes, rivers, then aquifers, groundwater. So this is the water percentage. Then even our body is also made up of water, that is how many percentage of the water is filled with the body means 65 percentage of water, but it is not apparent. Then water is a chemically stable compound. Water is chemically stable compound, and the chemical name is dihydrogen monoxide. Dihydrogen monoxide, that is H2O. That it can be broken up into the what is it broken up means that is a hydrogen H2, then oxygen O2. So if both this combined only will be getting a water. So when the electrical current that is passed through it, then it will be broken. So here the process of breaking down. So if we want to break down the molecules means, what we have to do means, we have to, if the process of breaking down the water molecules by passing the electric current, that is known as the electrolysis of water. This is the process of breaking down of water molecules by passage of electric current, that is known as the electrolysis of water. So our next topic is electrolysis of water. For this electrolysis of experiment, we need a glass beaker. Then two carbon electrodes, that it should be fixed with that glass beaker, that should be fixed with carbon electrodes, and then it should be filled with water up to 1/3 of its volume. And then here the positive carbon electrode, that is acting as a anode, and the negative carbon electrode is acting as a cathode. So the two test tubes also placed on the electrodes. Then the electrode that is connected to a battery, then it is passing the current until the test tubes that is filled with a particular gas. So what if the gas is collected in the test tube means, that is tested, that is using a burning splint. So we can notice the gas in the cathode, that side burns with a popping sound. So if the gas is collected means, it will be burned with a popping sound. Then sound that which extinguish the splint through extinguish the splint that is brought nearer the mouth of the test tube. So this property that is usually shown by the hydrogen gas. So it is confirmed that the gas that is inside the test tube. So with the popping sound and the extinguish, that is if you are bringing near to the test tube, so with this we can know that we can confirm that the gas is present inside the test tube. So the burning splint that is placed near the anode side means that is burned with the more brightly, that it will be burned very brightly. So confirm that is the oxygen gas. So here there is the experiment that is showing that water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen, that is made up of the hydrogen and the oxygen. So the ratio of the hydrogen and oxygen is 2:1. Hydrogen, the ratio of the hydrogen and the oxygen is 2:1. Then for every 2 volumes of hydrogen that is collected at the cathode, then 1 volume of oxygen is collected at the anode. So the equation is 2H2O gives, that is after the process of electrolysis, 2H2 plus O2. So this is the equation of electrolysis. Next topic, preparation of water. So the water that was first prepared in the year of 1781 by the scientist Henry Cavendish, and he was the English scientist. His name is Henry Cavendish. So he discovered the oxygen gas when the active metals that is reacting with the sulfuric acid. So the hydrogen gas that is released, if it is released with the high inflammable and burned to form a colorless product. So if the hydrogen gas is releasing with a highly inflammable and it was burned to form a colorless product, so it will be forming a colorless product. So that colorless product is called as a water. So that is when it is acting with sulfuric acid, that is Zn plus H2SO4, that gives the ZnSO4 plus H2. Then the colorless product of water is 0, that is 2H2 plus O2 gives 2H2O. Then water is also the product, that is by the reduction of metal oxide by the hydrogen. So metal oxide by the hydrogen. So when burning of hydrogen in the air and the burning of hydrocarbons in the air, so the respiration of plants and animals also releases the water. So what is the equation for that? Means C6H12 plus H12O6 plus 6O2 gives 6CO2 plus 6H2O plus energy. So this is the equation for the preparation of water. When the plants and the animals that is releasing the water. Next we are going to see the laboratory preparation of water. So in the laboratory, how they are preparing means, the apparatus that is, we are using the apparatus for that. In this preparation, the pure hydrogen gas only it is passed. So passed through the anhydrous calcium chloride to absorb the water vapor. Then if it is present means it will be absorbing that, which means there is an anhydrous calcium chloride. Then dry hydrogen that it will be coming out of the opening, that is burnt with the sufficient supply of air. So the burnt gas forms the droplets of water when it comes in the contact with the cold flask. So the distilled water without any dissolved matter, so that is obtained in the matter. So by this way only the laboratory preparation of water is prepared. Thank you students.